Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm delighted to be joined by WBO Super Featherweight Champion of the World, Jamel Herring. Jamel, I interviewed you out in Vegas. It was totally different times then. Obviously,
Right, yeah.
with the pandemic that's going on all around the world, first and foremost, how are you and how's your family?
Hey, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I can't complain. My family is well and healthy. More importantly, but I'm just eager, just like the rest of the world, just to get back on track. But overall, I'm happy and just using this time just to reflect on the greater things in life.
Definitely. I mean, I interviewed you out in Vegas for the Wilder Fury 2 fight week. We were talking a lot about the Carl Frampton fight and how it was almost done and how excited you were to go to Ireland and fight Carl because you're going to get the best Carl and blah, 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 blah. Now, obviously, what's happened, how is your mindset now? How are you frustrated or what?
Not at all, not at all. And the reason why I'm not frustrated because the fight still wouldn't take place until June, and if I wanted to do a full 8-week training camp, I would literally start with camp the third week of this month. So I would still have that time set frame, and that's what I'm still have programmed in my head. Like even if the fight gets pushed back maybe a couple of weeks from the June 13th date, I'm still in range to from the time I should be working anyway. So right now I'm just taking the time just to sit back and reflect and just focus on other things. But for the most part, I'm not worried about it. I mean, like I said, we all know it's going to be pretty much a summer matchup anyway. So if these things clear up like they should in the world, we should be still be somewhat on schedule.
How close was the deal to be made? Was the deal made? Was a contract sent? Was a contract signed? How close was this fight to be made?
They had a contract drawn up. A contract was drawn up, but when the whole coronavirus hit, they had to hold from sending me the contract to sign because they didn't know what promoters, especially around the world, were going to do. So they didn't want to have a contract with a set date. And, that could potentially have got pushed back anyway. So until we basically get a definite answer in terms of, the world health, they won't send me the contract. But we pretty much, Carl and I pretty much have, right now, pretty much a handshake agreement. Like we both agreed to the fight. We both agreed to the terms. I think everything's set on both ends with the purse and everything like that. So for the most part, we just need signatures and the location. But we had the date in mind, which was June 13th, but we still just need to just to sign on the dotted line and the venue.
You still happy to come to Belfast for this fight?
Oh yeah. I think I was pretty I think I'll be pretty upset if I can't get to. Now, I mean, I don't doubt of going to Belfast. I just hope that with this whole health scare that it keeps the general public indoors instead of coming out when the fight is made because it'll still be fairly early in terms of when Carl and I fight from the coronavirus scare. So a lot of people probably will be afraid to come out because of that. And I think that'll be the thing that'll hurt the most, even though it's not my hometown, but I still want that environment. I still want that big environment, and I still want to put on a good performance in front of a huge crowd.
It has to be a summer event if that's going to happen in the football stadium. Obviously, the soccer season is obviously stopped right now because of the virus, but normally it's between May and August that the gap is for the soccer. Now, as well, the weather in Belfast isn't that great. Are you still hoping for the stadium fight in this summer? Hoping maybe in August or something?
Of course, I would like that stadium because not every world champion can say they fought in a stadium that huge, and not everyone can say they fought in a stadium with 25,000 people. There's a lot of world champions that have been around and they still fighting in front of smaller crowds. So why not take the opportunity to fight in front of the biggest crowd possibly of my whole entire career? So of course I want to I want to be a part of the biggest event, one of the biggest events of the year. So yeah, definitely.
Obviously, you're confident you're going to beat Carl. I mean, I think it was Carl's last fight when he fought McCrory, I believe it was, out in Vegas. Sure. You were in the ring with them. Now, the height difference was very, very noticeable for anyone watching on TV and ringside. I mean, you are so much taller than Carl. Is that going to play a factor going into this?
I think, if anything, not just the height, but the reach. But like I said, I give Carl all the credit in the world. He didn't have to take the fight. That's why I had no issue going to Belfast. Like, Carl is a great champion. I mean, he's done a lot in two separate divisions, and he wants to make history in the third division. So, with that attitude, you gotta give Carl the respect because he's willing to take the risk of going. We all know that we can say that basically super featherweight junior lightweight is not his natural weight class, of course. You know what I mean? But in order to be great, you have to take risk, and you got to give him that. But I think if anything, I just got to be smart because he beats me in the experience factor. Like Carl's been in obviously more high profile fights in his career, and I give him that respect. I think I just have to be smart and not overlook him because like I said, Carl Frampton is a great champion.
All going well for you against somebody like Carl. I know it's kind of hard for us to talk about boxing with what's going on in the world, but I guess it's kind of a release for us because we're boxing men. But all going well for you against Carl, whenever that fight would be. Are you looking for somebody like Leo Santa Cruz, another big name, another big fight?
Oh, of course. I mean, you want to keep shooting for the best possible fights out there. I mean, like I said, Carl Frampton is the biggest fight of my career to date. But of course, you want to go for more belts and other champions as well. And in the junior lightweight division, there's a lot of great fights to be made. So, and of course, Leo Santa Cruz is one of the guys on my radar as well. Again, as well as guys like Miguel Pachel, who's considered the number one super featherweight in the world. But yeah, there's a lot of potential and a lot of great matches that we can make in the boxing world. And I believe that Carl Frampton and I are one of those big fights that are being made now.
I mean, it'll be watched all over the world. The UK fight fans, the US fight fans, it'll be screened all over. Again, I mentioned your size there when you were head-to-head with Carl in the ring back in Vegas a while back. The height difference on you was something to see. Have you got any plans? Are you okay making junior lightweight, super featherweight at this moment in time? Would you ever move up to lightweight?
Yeah, I mean, because I have a nutritionist with Perfecting Athletes, Paulina, Denise, and Michelle over there. They do a great job. They not only they make sure that I make weight, but they make sure that my body stays healthy. Because I'm getting older too, just as much as Carl's getting older. But they make sure I put the right fuel in my body to keep my body in top shape. As long as my strength coach Jamie Belt. So I like all those individuals play a key factor in me staying in this weight class. But yeah, there's definitely great fights up north as well in the lightweight division and so on. But right now there's so much potential in the super featherweight division. Why not soak that all up and make the most of it now before we make the decision of going back up in weight.
I mentioned obviously we were out in Vegas together. Now, I talked to you before the Fury Wilder fight. I can't remember what you said. I think you said Wilder might win this fight. I didn't get to speak to you post-fight. Now that you've seen the fight and you've watched the fight back and it's been a few months to digest, what's your thoughts on Tyson Fury's performance and the whole fight itself?
I'm not surprised that Fury won. I'm just more surprised at the outcome. I always said like if Fury took it to the decision again, that he was going to win it because I thought he won the first fight to begin with. I thought he was just I didn't think he was going to get that same luck of the draw. Well, I can't say luck, but that same outcome of like because Wilder's always a dangerous puncher. So it was like it's like playing in the street. You may dodge one car, but you try to do it again, you may get hit again. And it was like I wasn't too sure that he was going to, because Wilder's always looked better in rematches anyway from his two rematches he had in his career. But I was definitely surprised with the outcome, but I gave Tyson Fury all the credit in the world. I mean, I consider Tyson Fury after that performance the best heavyweight without a doubt in the world right now. So I mean, of course, you still got the great fights we made. Like I like to see a UK fight, big UK fight with him and Anthony Joshua for all the belts. That'd be a great fight. And I'm all for it. Even like they're not my countrymen, but I support boxing, and I give credit to where credit is due. And those two individuals definitely put on a great show. But yeah, I mean, like Tyson Fury right now to me is the best heavyweight in the world, and I give him all the respect in the world for that.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask, are you as an American boxing, as a fighter and a boxing fan, are you bothered that all the belts are in the UK at this moment in time? Because the US heavyweight scene has been
I look at it like this. As long as the sport continues to grow and get that proper exposure, I don't mind where the belts are. Like even go back to Carl Frampton. I became a big fan. I tell people all the time, I'm a Frampton fan. I tuned in when he fought Scott Quick. That was a big event, and that was a big fight. I mean, I enjoyed the fight. I rooted for him when he fought Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I mean? I thought in the second fight with Leo Santa Cruz, I thought he just got a little too more, tried to be a little too aggressive. Because to me, Carl is a really good boxer. And in the first Leo Santa Cruz fight, he boxed Leo really, really well. And he just like what he did with Scott Quick. Carl is a really good boxer. I thought, maybe he got a little bit more braver in the second Leo fight, which made him a little more aggressive to open him up and give Leo chances. And that's why he didn't get that decision. But I was actually looking forward. I was hoping for a third fight because I thought they could at least give Carl Frampton the third fight out of respect. But yeah, for me, I'm just a boxing fan, so I was tuning into not only just the American fighters, but I tuned into fighters all around the world.
That's good. That's good to see. What part of the states are you in right now, Jamal?
Oh, right now I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm in Cincinnati.
Right. How's it like out there with everything that's going on in the world?
Oh man, it's actually been good. Me being originally from New York, that's where we're having the most issues with the coronavirus right now. But my family out there is well and safe, thank God. But right now, yeah, Cincinnati is just is really quiet, so I can't complain.
Definitely. But before I let you go, and obviously, again, thanks for taking some time out to speak to me.
Hey, we got plenty of time. We got plenty of time.
We can talk boxing all day, which is
exactly.
Good. Have you got a final message for your fans and the people that are watching this this interview at the moment?
I just like to say, for one, thank you for this, because like I said, right now we need these platforms to stay relevant, and I always give credit to the to the media and everyone as probably more than other fighters do, but I give you guys credit for what you guys do. Exactly, I give you guys credit for what you guys do. But I just want to tell everybody, just more importantly, just continue to stay safe out there. Be patient, just as much as you guys are all eager for things to go back to normal. The fighters and the working force behind us, they're just as eager as well. But other than that, anybody who wants to reach out to me, they can find me at Jamel Herring on Twitter, Instagram. You know me, man. I'm always fan friendly, so I have no issue.
I'm gonna go follow you on Instagram. I don't think I follow you on Instagram. I'm gonna find you.
I'll probably give you a follow back too, bro. But
you know what? Like I got my phone here right now. What's up right now?
And like I said, I'm fan friendly because I communicate with Frampton fans. We have disagreements, but I don't ever, it never gets ugly. I just,
See, the thing is with Irish fans and UK fans, if you can fight.
They're very respectful.
Nice. They'll be fans of you as well. You know what I mean? The Belfast fans, especially.
That's why I enjoy speaking with them all.
There you go, brother.
Yep, there we go.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, the Belfast fans, I think they already love you. There you go. Look at that, guys. There you go. I've got a new friend on Instagram. Jamel, like I said, hopefully when this fight does get made in Belfast, I'm going to be there. So I'm looking forward to speaking to you again. Fight week, weigh-in, and post-fight. It should be fun.
And of course, when we get the official announcement, when things are signed, we gotta talk again. We gotta build it up.
Skype. Hopefully it's not on Skype, but definitely we'll talk again, brother.
Everything's better in person, man.
Definitely, my man. Definitely. Thanks so much for doing Spy Phil TV, and stay safe and God bless
you and family.
Thank you very much, my man. Bye-bye, John.